There was no romance, no courtship, no love. That's what most people assume about prehistoric humans, that our ancestors grabbed partners the way they grabbed food, by force, by size, by whoever won the fight. That assumption is almost entirely wrong. For most of human history, the rules of attraction had almost nothing to do with physical dominance. The traits that made someone desirable were stranger than that, more desperate than that. By the end of this, love is going to feel slightly different, not romantic, not cynical, just older. For most of human history, there were no cities, no houses, no private rooms, just bands of 20 to 50 people moving constantly across open landscape, searching for food and somewhere safe to sleep before dark. Your entire social universe fit inside a single campfire's light. Every interaction, every argument, every attraction, it all happened in front of the same 30 people, over and over, for years. There was no leaving, no starting fresh somewhere new. If you embarrassed yourself around someone you wanted, you still woke up beside them the next morning, sitting around the exact same fire. This is where prehistoric mating begins. Not with violence. With proximity so relentless, it fundamentally changed what humans found attractive. Here is what anthropologists actually found when they studied modern hunter-gatherer groups. Attraction didn't run on muscles. It ran on reputation. In a group of 30 people who spend every waking hour together, you cannot hide your character. Every person around you has watched how you handle hunger, danger, conflict, and exhaustion repeatedly over years, with no filter. A 2017 study of the Octopeople in the Philippines found that skilled storytellers were significantly more likely to be chosen as preferred partners. They had more children. Their genes spread further. Think about how extraordinary that is. The ability to make 30 people laugh around a fire may have been as reproductively powerful as physical strength. This makes sense when you understand the actual problem ancient humans were solving. A single human alone in the prehistoric landscape would be dead within weeks. Humans survived because the group survived, which meant the most valuable thing any individual could offer wasn't raw capability. It was trustworthiness inside a group. Who shared meat when they didn't have to? Who stayed calm when the group panicked? Who made everyone around them feel slightly safer just by existing? Your brain was quietly measuring all of this, every moment, running a constant background calculation on who was safe to attach yourself to. And then there were children. Human babies are essentially external fetuses. A newborn horse stands within hours. A human infant can't hold its own head up. Human children need more than a decade of investment before they can survive independently. Love, that disorienting, slightly irrational fixation on one specific person, is biology's answer to that cost. Evolution, trying to prevent two exhausted people from abandoning each other while carrying a screaming infant across open grassland in the dark. But here's where it gets more complicated. Scientists long assumed prehistoric mating was dominated by male competition, that men fought, that the biggest males won, that female choice was minimal. The evidence doesn't support that. Among the Jew Hawansi of southern Africa, anthropologists found that women regularly and openly rejected men they didn't want. In front of the group, divorce was common and socially unremarkable. Female choice was always part of the equation. And what women were selecting for wasn't primarily physical. It was behavioral reliability, generosity, emotional stability. In a world where your survival depended on the cooperation of 30 people, a partner who disrupted group cohesion wasn't just unpleasant, they were dangerous. Your partner wasn't just joining you, they were joining your group. Everyone had an opinion. Mating was never a private act. It was a group decision wearing the mask of a personal one. Your body still runs all of this. The reason someone who makes you laugh feels more attractive than someone who simply looks good, that is prehistoric mate selection, still operating below conscious thought. The reason you find a person more appealing after watching them be quietly generous to a stranger, that is ancient reputation assessment, still running. Your nose is doing it too. Studies show humans subconsciously prefer the scent of partners whose immune systems differ significantly from their own, a mechanism that increases offspring genetic diversity. You've been running immunological compatibility tests on people you were drawn to, without knowing, without being able to stop, and the jealousy. The specific, slightly irrational fear of losing one particular person that is an ancient alarm system evolved to protect a years-long reproductive investment from disappearing overnight. For most of human history, abandoning your partner meant abandoning your child's survival. Evolution made sure that possibility felt like it would destroy you. Archaeologists have found flowers deliberately placed beside bodies tens of thousands of years ago. In some graves, two people buried together, arranged as though still reaching for each other. Someone stopped. In a world where stopping had a cost, where every hour of daylight mattered, someone stopped and grieved and placed flowers beside a person they had lost. They probably sat beside a fire afterward, the same fire where they had first noticed that person, where they had first heard them laugh, where everything between them had quietly begun. Some things don't need 30,000 years to feel familiar.